Thank you so much for joining. My name is Tamar. Today's offering is a low-impact core routine. Having strong muscles of the core is super important, as these muscles, which also wrap around to our back, our pelvis, and our glutes, they support our spine. They aid in us walking, sitting, contribute to good posture, balance and stability, thus making everyday life chores, activities, and our extracurriculars much more enjoyable and easier to access. While having weak core muscles can contribute to poor posture, make someone more susceptible to injury, and also increase back pain. So everything is a suggestion, so always take what you need and leave what you don't. I will offer 4 exercises. We'll talk the movement, modification, and an up level when it's applicable. I will walk us through a couple reps of each exercise, setting up with alignment, cue, and breathing. Feel free to watch this video as many times as you need. It can help you within your workout, or if one time is enough, take what you've learned and incorporate it into your wellness routine. All right, so before we begin, let's talk about core engagement. You want to properly engage your core. That way, 1, you're getting the most of your workout, and also you protect yourself from injury. So how you're going to engage your core is you're going to contract the muscles. So to do this, you're going to tense up as if you're going to brace yourself for impact, as if you're going to cough, laugh, or fart. Another way to find that core engagement, and while doing this, you want to be sure that you can still breathe. So if you're clenching too tight and you find that you can't take a breath, maybe ease out a little bit. So remember, to engage is to contract, as if you're going to brace for impact, you're going to cough, laugh, or fart. And another way to engage the core is to lie down. So make your way onto your back. And once you land there, bend your knees, bring your feet onto the floor. Take one hand on your belly, your lower belly, and the other hand is going to come to this space underneath your low back. So you may notice a curve, whether it be large or small. You probably have a curve at your low back. So one hand is on your belly, feel how it feels right now in its most natural, relaxed, supine position. And the other hand is coming to that space underneath your back. So what we want to do to turn on our core is to try to minimize the space from our back and the floor. So you're going to take a little tuck of your pelvis, working to straighten that part of your back, bringing it closer to the floor, but avoid touching it completely. All right. Now relax so you can feel the difference. So relax, come back to your most natural supine position, your most natural lying position. Take notice of your belly, nice and relaxed. All right, now here we go, engage the core. So start to shorten the distance between your back and the floor. See how your muscles turn on? Cool. All right, so if you're on your back, stay where you are. If you are not there, make your way down, please. We're going to start with heel reaches. So we'll be working on our transverse abdominis, which is our deep layer of muscle, which really aids in our balance and our support, and also our internal and external obliques, which are on the sides of our body. So our knees are bent, ankles underneath the knees, hands are by the hips. You may also feel this in your neck, so be mindful of that. Should you feel intense strain or pain, you can come out of this and maybe rest your head down. But you may feel some activation within your muscles. And if you don't have a very strong neck, you might feel a little something. Take what you need, leave what you don't. Here we go, heel reaches. So lift the back of your head, lift your shoulders. Your hands are going to lift up off the ground. Inhale at the center position. Exhale, reach towards your right heel. Really contract your abdominal muscles. Inhale back to center. Exhale to reach the other way. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, reach to the left. So good, keep this up. Inhale, we'll find center. Exhale, we'll reach to the right. Contract the muscles. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Move nice and slow here. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach to the right. Avoid using your momentum, and rather use the muscles to guide you. Inhale, find center. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. One more to even out. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Be sure you even out on both sides, just to maintain and prop that balance when it's attainable. Okay, so bring your knees into your chest and you can rock yourself hip to hip here. A little low back love. I'd recommend, if you're just starting out, maybe begin with 10 to 12 reps on each side. Then begin to advance maybe to 15. If you feel pretty solid with where you are in your body, begin with 15 to 20 reps. All right, so our next one, staying supine on our back. We're going to bring our knees up over our hips, and our ankles are going to be in line with our knees at a 90-degree angle. Our calves are parallel to the ground. Your toes point forward or flex. You can even cross your ankles over one another. Interlace your hands lightly, so maybe just the tips of your fingers touch. You don't even have to have that interlacement. Your hands are coming to the back of your head. Your thumbs are going to come behind your ears. This is a reverse crunch. And actually, just kidding. Your hands, we'll start with them right by your hips. We'll get to that other one in just a minute. So for the exercise, hands are by our hips. And what we're working to do is just bringing our knees closer to our chest, but without lifting our low back off the mat. So inhale here. Exhale, bring your knees towards your chest, lifting your hips and your tailbone off the ground. Inhale, come back to center, that start position with your shins parallel to the ground and your hips grounded. Exhale, bring your knees closer towards your chest. Inhale to lengthen the body. Exhale to crunch the muscles in. Again, muscle over momentum. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to crunch. Lifting the hips off the ground. Inhale, back to start. Exhale, knees towards the chest. Beautiful. Come back to your start position. Uncross your ankles. So that is the exercise in itself. If that is inaccessible to you today, maybe you shorten the lift of your hips, or here's a modification to build the strength to work up to this exercise. So with our legs at our start position, our hands are by the hips, we're inhaling here, and exhale, tap your right toe down to the ground. Inhale, come back to the start. Exhale, touch your left toe down to the ground. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, touch the right toe, extend the leg down to the ground. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, touch your left toe down to the ground. Beautiful, keep this up. Inhale, brings you back to center. Exhale to touch the right toe. Keep your gaze up, relax your face. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, extend the left leg, touch the toe down to the ground. Keeping the core nice and tight. Remember your core engagement. Stay strong and flexed. Inhale, center. Exhale, touch the right toe. We'll go one more side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, touch the left toe. Beautiful. Relax your legs for a moment. All right, so we worked through the exercise and modification. Now here's an up level for you. Up level, we're going to bring our legs back to start position, either pointing, flexing, or crossing at the ankles. Now we'll take our fingers, either keep them nice and wide, or you can gently interlace the tips of your fingers at the base of your skull. Keep your elbows wide, your thumbs come behind your ears. Look straight up, relax your face, ground your back, stay strong within your core. This is the inhale. Exhale, lift your elbows and your knees. So your knees are coming towards your chest and your elbows are reaching towards your knees. Inhale, release your chest, your head back down, your knees come to start. Exhale, lift your upper back. Bring your knees towards your chest. Inhale, back to your start, relaxing to the ground, knees over hips. Exhale, knees come to meet your elbows, lifting your chest and your hips. Inhale, back to start. Exhale to crunch both sides in. Inhale, start. Exhale to crunch. Let's go 3 more. Inhale, start. Exhale, lift your shoulders and bring your hips off the ground. Inhale, start. Exhale to crunch. 1 more. Inhale, start. Exhale to crunch. Beautiful. Take your legs out long, reach your arms overhead, find a full body stretch. Point your toes, reach through your fingers. Maybe you arch your back towards the ceiling or the sky above you. Nice. All right, so bring your knees in. Roll over to one side, press yourself up, or you can bring your knees into your chest and rock up and down the length of your spine until you land on your seat. Once you get there, roll over your shins, and we're going to come to a tabletop position. So before we move on, let's do a little wrist stretch. Turn your left wrist around as much as you can without forcing anything, and then do the same thing on the right. Maybe you rock side to side here. Maybe you take little circles one direction. And then switch those circles out the other way. All right, so finding our tabletop position. Always the option as well, if you need a little more support for your wrists or your knees, you have a mat or some towels, you can double up, fold them over. Okay, so where we're gonna go first will be our side plank. So we're starting in our tabletop position, and then we're gonna bring our right hand a little closer to our face, so underneath our nose. Extend the left leg behind you, spread your fingers, press down, inhale, open up your left arm, stack your shoulders, tuck your belly in, stay flexed within your core. This is a modified plank. Your right leg will come behind you, your toes may point to the space behind you, or they may hang out and pointing in another direction. That's okay. Every day is different, every body is unique. So pressing through your grounded hand, your shoulders stack over one another, avoid sagging into your hips, so kind of arc them just slightly. Modified plank, you can stay like this, with your left leg extended, your toe grounded, or maybe you let it fly up off the ground. Remember to breathe, stay strong and flex within your core. Relax within your face. Awesome, so this is modified side plank. If you want a little more than this, you can straighten your bottom leg, stacking your feet to bring more of a challenge. You can stagger the feet, taking your top leg out in front of the bottom, or even fly that top foot for a greater challenge. Again, remembering to breathe wherever you are, noticing every day is different and every side is unique for various reasons. Our natural anatomy, through accidents or injuries. We're here for 5. Avoid sagging to your hips for 4. Press the ground away for 3. We're here for 2. Strong core in 1. One more breath in. Exhale, come back to that tabletop position. If you need a little wrist roll, take what you need on that right side. And now we're going to do the same thing with the left. So from our tabletop position, to begin, walking the left hand slightly in, so may line underneath your nose. Lengthen your right leg. Inhale, reach the right hand up. Stay strong within your arms, stack your shoulders, engage your core, and stay strong and activated in your legs and your glutes. Modified plank here, modified side plank. So here we're working on our internal, external obliques, our rectus abdominis and our transverse, the muscles in our core, also our low back. All right, option to keep the right foot grounded, or maybe it flies up off the mat. Option to stay in a modified side plank or press more into your palm, work to straighten the bottom leg. You can stack the feet for a challenge. You can stagger the feet, taking the top foot out in front. Or maybe you fly that foot. Wherever you are, remember to breathe. Keeping your body square to whatever is in front of you. If you find wobbles, that's okay. Maybe back out from where you just were. Be kind to yourself. And be aware, lifting up the hips, strong within the core. We're here for 5. You got this for 4. Remember to breathe in 3, 2, one more breath in. Exhale, release back to the mat. Walk your hands towards your shins. Bring the backs of your wrists together and start to roll them forward. Breathing, and then roll them in the opposite direction. Nice. All right, last one here. This is known as bird dog. So we're coming into a tabletop position. So tabletop, our wrists are shoulder distance apart. They align underneath our shoulders. Spread your fingers. Knees come underneath the hips and they're hip distance apart. Tuck your toes for added support and stability. If you want a greater challenge, untuck them. So again, remember that core engagement. So if you feel like a little curve of your low back, press the hips, a little tuck of your hips. Lengthen your left leg, inhale. Square your hip to the ground, and then reach. This might be enough. And that's okay if it is. Stay where you are. If this is plenty, work within this space. Otherwise, if you want more, reach your right hand forward. High-fiving whatever is beside you. Reach through your fingertips, relax your shoulder. You can stay like this. This might be plenty. Or otherwise, if you want more, lift your left toes up off the ground. Opposite leg, opposite hand. Stay here, or inhale. Exhale, round to center. Bring your knee to meet your elbow. Your chin gently tucks to your chest. Your left shoulder continues to align over your right wrist. Hug the thigh tight to the body. Inhale, reach. Square the hip, flex the foot. Exhale, round to center. Inhale to reach. Exhale to round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Hug the thigh tight. Inhale, reach. Lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale to hug the thigh tight. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release to the mat. If you need a little wiggle of your wrist, take what you need. All right, moving on to the other side. So inhale, lengthen your right leg behind you. Square your hip. Keep your core nice and strong. Now reach your left hand forward. Strong arm. And work to keep it straight. Relax the shoulder from your ear. Stay like this, or when you're ready for more, inhale to let the right toes hover. Though you don't know where your ankle or your wrists are in space unless you have a mirror, try to imagine where they are and keep them in alignment. So your wrist in alignment with your shoulder, your ankle in alignment with your hip, rather than all sorts of places. All right, inhale. Exhale, round to center. Hug that thigh tight to the body. The elbow comes to your midline, shoulder aligns over the wrist. Chin to the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Hug it tight to the body. Inhale, reach, extend. Exhale, round, contract. Inhale to reach. Exhale to round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release to the mat. Walk your hands to your shins. You can roll one wrist, make a fist. We'll roll one wrist at a time in one direction, or maybe do two together. And then switch it out the opposite way. Thank you so much for letting me guide you through this demo. So if you're just starting out a core routine or any fitness routine, I'd recommend anywhere from 10 to 12 reps of each exercise. And then start to progress once you feel strength enhanced. Work your way up to 15 reps and then maybe 20, sticking with anywhere from 3 to 4 sets. Always allow rest for your body. So maybe 24 to 48 hours between exercise, depending on your severity of soreness and the onset of it. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. It is an honor and a pleasure to share knowledge.